Yes, Mr. Speaker. Now, I've been a member of this body for 5 years now, and looking around the chamber, I see a lot of very smart and intelligent people. And by the way, if anybody is not a smart or intelligent member of this assembly, please raise their hand right now. Okay. So we've established that we have a lot of credible people in this chamber here. In the New York State Assembly, 10% of the legislation that we author comes up for a vote. 90% of the legislation never comes out of the committee, and even if it does come out of the committee, it never comes to the floor for an up or down vote. What I'm talking about is legislative equality. Now, we talk a lot around here about marriage equality, gender equality, pay equality. How about we start with the real issue of legislative equality? Let's let every member bring a signature piece of legislation once every 2 years. You can't ask for the less. You know, Mr. Speaker, a couple years ago, this chamber passed the Women's Equality Agenda, and members of the majority party pointed their fingers down the hall to the Senate and said, why doesn't the Senate bring that bill up? Now, would that bill have passed the Senate? We don't know. It would have been a close vote either way, right? But if we in the State Assembly don't believe in legislative equality, don't believe that a member should have one opportunity every 2 years to bring a bill forward for a debate, a discussion, or an up or down vote, it's very hard for us to tell the chamber down the hall that they ought to be doing the same. Two-thirds of the votes, two-thirds of the bills that we pass in the Assembly never come up for a vote in the Senate. And it takes two parts of the legislature to actually pass a bill and have the governor sign it into law. So what I'm asking for is an opportunity for everybody to bring one piece of legislation, if they so choose, once every 2 years, and let's have a debate and a discussion and an up or down vote on the issues that mean something to the people back home. We talk a lot about this House as being the House of the people, the House closest to the people.
I'm sorry, Mr. John. Members, very disrespectful. Please consider.
Well, I know they're getting ready to save their applause for the end, but, you know, we let the voters vote on gambling casinos. 52% say yes. Term limits, which would get 80 or 90%, never comes up for a vote. So my idea, and I think an idea of the general population in this state, is let's start bringing bills up for a vote. Let's have a debate and discussion about things that people care about, and then I think that we can actually start returning this body to the legislative greatness it used to have in the old days. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.